Hello and welcome back to the channel and welcome to another Fringe reaction. This is season 3 episode 14 and it's called 6B. In the last episode we learnt that Olivia is pregnant with Peter's child and Walton's grandchild. But that would also be that Walter is also going to be a grandfather. Actually, no, not biologically, he's not, is he? But yes, the child is, I think, going to be the linchpin in bringing peace to the two universes. That's my best bet. Anyway, this episode 6B, I don't know what that refers to, whether it's something to do with the testing or, well, it's a room number. So was it the room that Olivia was kept in when she was experimented on as a child, or is it something that I don't even know about at this stage? Probably the latter. Okay, let's go.
Oh, is the elevator not working?
No, it's working. Good luck.
Why would you say that to someone getting in an elevator? I think you said an envelope.
See, I told you I know where Brooklyn is.
Oh my god, you made it. You must be Chris. It's so nice to meet you. Sylvia?
Heimlich.
Sylvia.
Come on, just...
I don't know, is it some type of barbecue?
What the hell? They're all jumping. Okay. And this is definitely happening in our universe.
6 people attending a party on the 7th floor fell to their deaths last night. 1 second they were standing on the balcony, next second they were hitting the sidewalk.
But they all jumped?
Like a flash mob of suicide.
That doorman, Jimmy Smith, was on duty when they fell.
Yeah, I bet he's shaken up.
You guys upstairs?
I was helping Mrs. Marcello hail a cab, and then his body just hit the ground. And then another, and then they all just came down.
But at once? Like they all jumped at the same time?
Pretty much.
Maybe it's true what they say about this place.
Oh, is it haunted? Has she got something to do with it, this old woman?
I don't think these people jumped. You're right. And even if they just went over the railing, they would have landed farther out.
Yeah, it's simple physics. Instead, he landed directly below us.
It's as if they went straight through the balcony.
Oh, okay.
Not push it, all right?
Ghosts. Apparently, the residents think that the Rosencrantz building is haunted. Apparently, unexplained phenomena has been happening here for a while.
The laws of physics are being disrupted here. The balcony. Here 1 second, gone the next.
What are you saying, Walter?
It's swapped for the other
Our world
universe.
is starting to come apart at the seams.
Why there, though? What is that building in the other universe?
Do you remember the chemical attack on the commuter bus some years ago?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was one of our first cases.
it was your first case.
Fine. And I want my lab notes of the case, please.
It's because that bus came from the other side, because it had been quarantined, hadn't it?
He wants us to stay here.
I mean, he knows it's 12 degrees out here.
He said to stay close in case we have any last-second calibrations.
Evening, Mrs. Merchant.
Oh, Mrs. Merchant again. She's got something to do with it. Who is she? We're spending a lot of time on her, so she's got to be important. She got one of the books or something.
Mystery selection coming up.
Is it Felix?
Did I ever tell you about the time Walter did his rendition of Never Never Gonna Give You Up for me?
No, but I actually love Barry White.
He was only wearing his socks at the time.
Ooh.
Doing the hustle. There was a lot going on.
Okay, that's enough. You know when you were talking earlier about what it felt like when you thought you were with me? And you said that it was beautiful.
Yeah.
I want to know what that feels like.
Then engage. No, it just feels weird now. She's not feeling it.
Olivia, what?
I just need to get some air. I swear.
Yes. What's she looking at? Oh. Is she seeing images from the other side?
Who was he?
My husband. His ghost.
No. So her husband went over the other side and is now trying to get back or something?
Billy and I used to argue about this constantly. What happens to the body's energy after death? William theorized we should be able to capture that energy using what he called soul magnets.
It's a catchy name.
Soul
He
magnets.
said if he were right, he would contact me from the great beyond. I haven't gotten the call yet.
Well, if she didn't see her husband's ghost, then what did Mrs. Merchant see?
A projection from the other side.
When we travel, he'd tell people we worked for National Geographic. No, I know that sounds horrible.
No,
But that little fib got us into a few restricted but spectacular places. We
Nice.
never had children, so that was a thing.
Adventure.
The fuse box blew like it always did, and we flipped a coin like usual. Derek lost this time. There was a short in the wiring. He died instantly. Derek owned this apartment. I moved in after we got married.
If her husband had this apartment, then it stands to reason that her husband's double may have this apartment on the other side. Which proves I'm right.
Oh, it's the other
The
version.
universe. That woman is seeing through to the other side, mistaking the other Derek for her husband. Except
But in the other universe, obviously,
so thin that Mrs. Merchant...
Mrs. Merchant died.
Walter still doesn't understand what's causing the incidents, but if this is a new soft spot, then why there? Why that building? If we could figure that out, maybe we could figure out how to stop it.
Okay, well, let's pull up all the geological reports from the Rosencrantz as well, going back to the first reported incident and see what we're missing.
Why can she see through to the other side? You can do it, but only when your emotions are heightened. That emotional intensity is your trigger.
Well, she's grieving her husband. That's emotionally intense.
Sure, but people lose loved ones all the time. It's sad, but what makes her so unique? Maybe the other Alice lost the coin toss.
Yeah.
She told you that they used to flip a coin to see who's going to have to go fix the fuse. Well, maybe the exact same thing happened on the other side, but on the other side...
Alice died instead of Derek.
Yes.
Okay, well...
That's how it generally
what
works,
if
isn't
we're
it?
looking at this all wrong? What if this is not about physics, but about people?
Some form of emotional quantum entanglement, perhaps.
Alice?
Go away. I don't want you here.
Alice, what I'm about to tell you is going to be hard to understand, but everything that is happening in this building is happening because of you. Because of you and Derek. Now, you're the only person that can stop it, but to do that, you need to let him go.
I won't do that.
I can understand how you feel. The man you're seeing, he's not a ghost, and he's not your husband. He looks like Derek. He looks exactly like Derek.
And who is he?
A version of Derek. Come on, hurry up, Olivia. Building's collapsing.
I don't think the building can take much more of this.
Well, she won't let go.
Rapid shift environmental pressure. Static electricity.
Dr. Bishop!
It's a vortex. It's starting.
Okay. I thought the vortex has already started and we was trying to close it.
Alice, I miss you so much. And the girls miss you.
What girls? They never had any children.
We never had children.
Of course we did.
There you go. That's what they needed. What she needed to hear.
I'm not your wife. Your wife is gone. And so's my Derek.
And does that reverse what's happened? Because the vortex was pretty close to existing. But now they have got the amber as a backup, should they ever need it. And that's it. That was a very, very interesting episode. Very good concept. I don't know if we're going to see her again. This hotel thing might... No, they've dealt with the... They dealt with the vortex, so... I think this is going to come up again, but the things we've seen aren't going to. But this thing with the vortex and the cracks, they're going to come up again. And we're dealing with like quantum entanglement and stuff. That's very interesting. We're getting really sort of sciencey. And I'm in for more. I'm in for more. How this all relates to... I mean, we're getting a good idea of how each side responds to what the other side is doing. Like, that's been a bit of a theme for a few episodes, where we see one side or the other dealing with something, and then at the end we flip over and see what the other side's doing at the same time. But it's rather hard to concentrate on keeping the continuity between two different realities that are almost but not quite identical. I think that's just got to be the way it is. I think a vortex is going to open up before the end of this season. I think we're going to get our first proper vortex, our first proper hole into our universe. That's the only way I can see the storyline progressing beyond. Because we're very, very separated at the moment. The shapeshifters can travel between universes relatively safely. Olivia can travel relatively safely. And that's really about it. With everybody else, it's heavy risk. We've seen lots of failed attempts of the other side to get over to our side. You know, a 2 out of 3 success rate is still pretty bad. So maybe these wormholes, these vortexes, are going to be the key to free travel between the universes. Because I still think that at some point the two realities are going to have to work together for the benefit of both, or possibly only for the benefit of one, if that hard choice has to be made. But either way, cooperation is going to be inevitable. It's just how long they take to realise that. That's what I'm wondering. Okay then. And we've got Amber and the key to Amber in our possession now. I always say our. There's no guarantee that Walter's universe is our universe, but they have Amber that they can use at any time now if the need arises. And I'm surprised, to be quite honest, that since the breach at the beginning of the season, we haven't had more resources into, especially with massive dynamic, more resources put into research and development so that we're ready for whatever the other side has to offer. Because we've been there and we kind of know what their technology is to some degree. We've observed the shapeshifters and we kind of know how they work now. So I'm really hoping Nina is fronting the research and development team, so that when new problems arise, we've got at least an answer for them. My cat just fell off the windowsill. And then tried to jump up again and missed.